Late Show with Stephen Colbert, how one fellow Late Show host is reacting. Good afternoon, Bianca Peters. Welcome to the News Block. Those stories in a moment, but first, here's a live look outside right now. We're going to turn things over to Liv Johnson for a first look at the forecast. Not as humid today.
No, it's really nice. It's not as hot or humid. It's a very enjoyable Friday. We're already 8 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Most of the tri-state between about 5 to 15 degree difference. That puts us at 80 degrees in New York City. Same thing down the shore in New Jersey. We have 79 out on Long Island. Same thing for Hartford, 78 for Poughkeepsie, 84 for Newark, and 80 for Trent. So big difference from yesterday when we topped out in the mid 90s for our high. Those dew point temperatures are making a world of difference because they're down into the 50s. Yesterday they were up into the 70s, and it starts to feel humid in the mid 60s. So we're at a very comfortable point right now. However, the next couple of days, those dew point temperatures will increase again, so it'll be more humid for your Saturday and Sunday. Wind speeds right now, 5 to 10 miles per hour, pretty calm. We have had some wind gusts on and off today, but for the most part, we're calming down from where we were yesterday for sure. We had some stronger wind gusts, 30 to 35 miles per hour. Expect sunshine for the rest of the day, but more clouds to roll through by early tomorrow morning. Then we have a chance of a few little scattered showers in the area, but rainfall totals are really insignificant, and most of the day will be dry, and then some more showers for your Sunday. Bianca?
Looks good. Liv, thanks so much. Meanwhile, some developing news right now. President Trump ordering Attorney General Pam Bondi to see the public release of the grand jury testimony from the prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein. Linda Schmidt joins us from the newsroom with more on that and what Trump had to say just a short time ago. Linda, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. And it has been after unrelenting backlash from his base and some members of Congress that the president directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to release the pertinent grand jury information in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking case. Bondi says she will be seeking court permission today. So far, we have not heard any word on that, if it has happened yet today. But she said she was going to do it today, and that it will be a judge who decides if that information will be made public. Now, the Epstein case has become an albatross for President Trump. For months, his administration had been hyping the release of the documents from the case. Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide back in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal charges of trafficking underage girls to powerful, wealthy men. Now the administration is trying to contain the fallout after the Justice Department announced earlier this month that no more Epstein evidence would be released to the public and that Epstein did not keep an incriminating list of clients, even though Bondi told Fox News back in February that she had that list on her desk. Mr. Trump has called the hype around the case a, quote, hoax, and he has blamed the Democrats. But then he switched gears yesterday, and he directed Attorney General Bondi to release more information on the case. The president posting on Truth Social, though, earlier today, quote, if there was a smoking gun on Epstein, why didn't the Dems, who controlled the files for 4 years and had Garland and Comey in charge, use it? And then in all caps, because they had nothing. Now, Trump is referring there to former Attorney General Merrick Garland and former FBI Director James Comey. Ghislaine Maxwell, who was Epstein's former girlfriend and longtime confidant, was convicted back in 2021 on charges that she helped Epstein lure young girls to sexually traffic them. She is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. Now, President Trump did have a limited social relationship with Epstein before Epstein was ever arrested for any alleged crime, and has always said that he had a falling out with him and he had not had any contact with Epstein for at least 15 years. And then today, the Wall Street Journal is now reporting that Trump sent Epstein a sexually suggestive letter for his 50th birthday back in 2003. Mr. Trump says the report is, quote, false, malicious, and defamatory, and he is threatening to sue. The Wall Street Journal, by the way, is owned by the same company that owns Fox 5. Bianca, back upstairs to you.
All right, Linda, thank you for breaking that down for us. Meanwhile, to this, some breaking news out of Los Angeles, where 3 people were killed following an explosion at a sheriff's department training facility. Officials are saying that it appears to be an accident that took place during training. There's no word at this time on what exactly caused that explosion. And a body found in Turks and Caicos has been identified as a missing New York man. Authorities say that Brian Terrence of Monroe disappeared last month while on vacation with his wife. According to officials, there were no signs of trauma and foul play is not suspected. The exact cause of death has not yet been determined. And a private investigator for the family says Terrence was seen on camera walking into town near the condo where he was staying before he disappeared. The investigator says that his belongings were left in the room and his wife did not discover he was missing until the next morning. Well, CBS is pulling the plug on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Thursday, Colbert made that announcement in front of a live studio audience. The show will end in May of 2026. Colbert has been an outspoken critic of President Trump, leading some to speculate the cancellation was merely a political play. However, top CBS and Paramount executives released a statement saying the cancellation was merely a financial one.
It's a puzzling thing because this is the most watched show at 11:30 between Fallon, Kimmel, and Colbert. But CBS seems to think they can't get the profit off of it. CBS has been on this for a while now. I know Colbert made a kind of a very pointed statement about CBS recently, and it's always been a very hardliner, making fun of Trump for years now. And you have to wonder if it didn't play some kind of role.
On Truth Social, President Trump said, quote, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next. He even has less talent than Colbert." And on Instagram, Jimmy Kimmel blasted CBS's decision with a comment, quote, "Love you, Stephen, bleep you and all your Sheldons, CBS." All right, in the New York City mayor's race, Mayor Eric Adams picked up several endorsements from law enforcement unions on Thursday. The Police Benevolent Association, the largest union, will endorse a candidate in the fall. But now Eric Adams is running for re-election as an independent. While Adams has strong financial backings, having fundraised over $1.5 million in the past month, the very latest poll shows him running last in a four-way race against Zohran Mamdani, Andrew Cuomo, and Curtis Sliwa as well. Mayor Adams was on Good Day this morning, and he addressed what he had learned over the past 4 years and what he would do differently should he be reelected.
And when you do an analysis, if we're real honest, and you look at even with these missteps, we moved the city forward. Record level of building housing, more jobs in the city history. Our economy is the strongest it has ever been. When you look at what this administration has done, people will analyze it and say what you want about Eric. But Eric took us from COVID to migrants and asylum seekers to crime, and this city is healthy because of what the team has done.
Well, Eric Adams says Zohran Mamdani's initiatives to help low-income New Yorkers will actually hurt and do the opposite. Meanwhile, closing arguments expected today in the trial of a carriage driver accused of working a horse so hard that it died. Ian McKeever is facing animal cruelty charges. An ASPCA vet for the prosecution says Ryder, the horse, should not have been working that day 3 years ago in Hell's Kitchen. She testified the horse looked emaciated. However, a vet for the defense testified that he examined Ryder the evening that he collapsed. He said that the horse was bright and alert, and the weight loss could be attributed to the cancer that it had. The defense argues Ryder tripped and fell, but Ryder was sent to a farm upstate where he was eventually euthanized. Meanwhile, the M2 and M4 bus routes in Manhattan will be equipped with cameras to catch drivers blocking or improperly using bus lanes. The 60-day warning period ended Wednesday, and starting today, fines will start at $50, but can go up to $250 for repeat offenders. According to the MTA, there are more than 1,200 buses equipped with cameras. Well, police in Queens looking for the woman who allegedly took an N train for a joyride. This took place early yesterday morning in Astoria. Police say the woman broke into that train, drove it from one stop. This is from Broadway Station to the 36th Avenue Station. And the MTA says the train was not in service and it had no impact on yesterday morning's commute. Meanwhile, this new information about the deadly Air India plane crash that killed more than 250 people. Fox's Alex Hogan has more in the very latest report.
The engine cut-off switches were selected to off only seconds after liftoff, is absolutely bizarre.
New information from the deadly Air India crash last month is shifting the focus to the senior pilot. The flight took off on June 12th, but just seconds later it suddenly angled down and crashed, killing more than 250 people. Now, black box information reportedly shows it was the captain who allegedly turned off the switches that control the flow of fuel, essentially shutting down the engines.
If you had an engine failure, one of the actions in the non-normal checklist would be to recycle these switches. Unfortunately, the altitude was so low that the engines were only beginning to recover.
According to the report, the co-pilot was surprised at the move and then panicked as it became clear the plane was going down. India's Aircraft Investigation Bureau says it's too early to draw conclusions, and the pilot's colleagues are coming to his defense.
I would like to condemn such reports which are directly bearing an effect on the pilot's fraternity without any evidence.
It's also still not clear what exactly caused the initial power loss that prompted the engines to stall. But India's Civil Aviation Ministry is promising a thorough investigation and full transparency.
Justice has to be done. I know it is a very difficult time for the family members, but from our side, whatever best we can do from the ministry, we are trying to assist in that.
The investigating bureau is not expected to release the final report until next summer at the earliest. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox 5 News.
Meanwhile, the House has given final approval to President Trump's $9 billion budget cuts to public broadcasting and foreign aid. That bill narrowly passed by a vote of 2016-2013 early this morning. It includes $1.1 billion in cuts for PBS stations and NPR and nearly $8 billion for a variety of foreign aid programs. Now, the bill goes to the president's desk for his signature. Turning now to the weather, let's bring in Liv Johnson for a look at the forecast. Hey, Liv.
Hey, Bianca. So the rest of the day is going to be very enjoyable. It's going to be pretty warm, but not humid. Temperatures top out in the mid-80s, and we have plenty of sunshine. By later tonight, still very comfortable. Mid to upper 70s at 10 p.m. and still clear skies. Then we have some increasing clouds for your Saturday morning. We start off in the mid to upper 70s, just like where we left off for the evening. And you can see a few showers that start to pop up in New Jersey. Most of them die out by the time they could reach New York or Long Island. But we have a chance of seeing a stray shower tomorrow. But again, most of it seems to be focused in New Jersey, Newark and Trenton area, getting some more rainfall than the rest of us, but can't rule out a small shower. Then Sunday, it looks like a few showers for the first half of your day, isolated throughout the day. And then we have a really nice start to next week where we have temperatures in the low 80s and it's also less humid and not getting really hot and humid again until the end of next week. Bianca.
All right, looks good. Liv, thanks so much. Well, that's our news block for now. Bianca Peters, thanks for joining us. Tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and right here on Fox Soulful for all the day's news as it develops. Have a great weekend.